the head of the creature, which falls apart in front of Hadrian. It actually falls back kind of into the doorway. Fi?
Do
you send the wizard out front to fight them alone?
All right.
So
here's the deal. On the count of 3, 1, 2, and he tries to chuck one over the creature to land behind him, just on a.
Got it.
Just trying to blow up a square as opposed to trying to hit.
Okay, so hitting a square is DC 5. It is in the second range increment, or is it first?
It's first range increment.
First. It's 20 feet, right?
It's don't roll 1.
So it's AC 9 with the soft cover.
Right. Don't roll 1. I didn't roll a 1.
All right, so the bomb
There's one in there.
lobs just as you expected into the space behind the creature. It explodes. The creature then,
as I foresaw.
The creature then scrambles out of the way. It basically it's flailing with its shield, and it managed to accidentally time the whirlwinds with the explosion of the fire, which rips up the shield.
I'll 5-foot step back so that Eldon can do the 5-foot step back dance.
Okay, yeah. There's like a 30-foot tunnel that Eryxis couldn't hear down, or couldn't see down. So let me just unfog a little bit more. You get to see a big thing with.
I think they might be immune to fire. That doesn't seem right, though. I'm certain that's wrong. There must be something else.
Hadrian is next.
Hello.
I want to move out of the difficult terrain and attack the other zombie.
Okay. 10. Yeah. Hadrian hops over the rocks. Kind of
drop my short sword, quick draw the long sword, and two-hand with that.
Nice.
Get the damage numbers up.
Yes.
You hit nothing.
AC 14. It's currently not using its shield, but its AC is 15. So yeah, you dug into it, but just you hit bone that is supernaturally hard. Nidoram worshippers, he spends the round growing back his claw, and he's going to try to stick the shield into Eldon's face again, which is not smart. No one claimed that these things were smart, and Fi verified.
No. I confirmed that they're actually not very smart. Yep. I gave him the IQ test, and
AC 7. Yeah, it keeps on trying to reach him, but he's pushing the shield into Eldon's body, and then the claws can't quite reach. He doesn't understand the shield so much now. Eldon.
You will fall by my bullets.
Step back, or are you going to fight in melee?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay. What's neat about your sling staff is that you are technically threatening him.
Actually, yeah. It's okay. I want to be threatening. That's fine. Take your AOO. Wait.
He's pretending.
Oh, this is not an umbrella. This is a
staff,
man. This is a Shaolin staff of fighting.
It's
actually,
also called
a
cane.
It's Bondu. It's a cane. It's a cane staff.
That's a fucking walking
thing.
cane.
Shut up. Old man.
Shut up.
It's an old man, crooked back. Everything hurts. Cane.
It's not a cane. It's just a little bent. That's all. Okay. 1d20 plus 10.
Okay, so you're staying in melee. It's going to take its AOO.
Take your AOO. Whelp.
AC 18.
Miss.
Alright, so it doesn't shove the shield into your mouth.
Nobody gets one sling in the face for 23.
Alright, so you hit.
D6 plus 5. For 9 damage!
9 is significant, and it's really injured as you bust up part of its face. Fi?
To me, troops! To me!
Maybe it's best I just provide guidance.
Guide my slings, then!
I will poke you and give you a +1 insight bonus on everything.
You're a good man.
Guidance spell?
I don't know why they say all
No,
these things about
I
them.
am using my diviner power to give him insight.
So +1 on damage
It's
and attack
specifically called forewarned. No, it's diviner's fortune. +1 insight bonus on attack rolls, skill checks, ability checks, and saving throws.
For one round.
I think it's
or
for
the next
one round.
roll.
No, it's a whole round.
Okay. Cool.
So, can you repeat that again? Attacks, savings,
Skill
and
checks,
skills?
ability checks, saving throws.
Attack skills,
Okay.
abilities, saves.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks, sir.
I'll
Okay,
confirm
you
because I think one round.
you managed to just kind of like you're seeing the creature's movements just a hair before the creature is actually making the movements.
Yeah.
This is
it's like
what I
everything
see
slows down
all
a
the
little bit.
time.
Yep.
I just really am not good at sports.
I understand why you speak this way then.
Hadrian, the creature has left an opening. Its shield arm is down. He really wants to be on stream. I just don't get it.
That's a completely different person, actually.
This is the other one. That's beard? There's a lot of beard in that house.
It's
that
like
drain.
beard o'clock over there.
Yep.
Nice. All right, Hadrian's gonna step in. I'm assuming. For the flank.
Better.
Get him.
The ball is in place.
AC 15
Take
is
your
what you needed.
strike now.
10 damage becomes 5, but that's enough to split the back of the skull of the creature open as it says one more Nidoram before it falls over on top of Eldon.
Ah!
Eldon's battering it away with his old man cane, otherwise known as his halfling war sling staff.
This is a halfling war staff. Cane, we call it.
Hadrian looks just beat up. I think you got hit like 3 additional times, Hadrian, so that's 3 additional fort saves.
I'm fairly certain I was helpful.
Yes. Yes. Stay calm.
Very calm.
Okay.
How did he do?
He just feels, at this point in time, really beat up.
So you have 16 damage. Okay, Eldon will step over here and...
Get the priest.
Icon. We have a temple that needs to be cleansed, I think. Do you do that sort of thing?
Icon does many things in the name of Palor.
Eldon's what the fuck? Eldon's gonna step around the corner and just ready like an attack. Perception check, Marty. Actually,
Cool.
do I hear
Yeah,
anything else?
We'll see you in a bit. I'll just go grab my phone so I could do the key trick.
Later,
Give me a
Kenny. Kern.
I'm trying to blow my eyeballs out through my face holes with the coughing. That is one
comment, but we are
John
online.
is salty.
Streaming.
Oh,
What happened
salty.
to John?
Oh, he's on his way. He's going to go to Marty's.
Ah, okay, got it.
Yeah, apparently
His
Friday
roommates
night
are
game
checking
while
his
everyone's
IP
drinking beer
address.
is not a...
His IP address is
not
being checked
conducive.
by everyone.
Okay, yeah, I grab my phone now because 45 minutes in-game time will be like 30 seconds and...
Okay,
30 seconds of addiction later.
this is Eldon.
Stay calm.
Okay, so Hadrian
Actually,
is
it should
just...
be him.
He's just leaning against the thing.
The priest is coming. Stay still and relax. I'll make sure nothing comes from this side.
Yeah, it's not
Something
just the
comes from
fact
the
that
other
there's
side.
people in the background roaming around. It's people don't understand what the fuck you're doing.
Yes.
And then
Oh,
have to
very
explain
much.
it to everyone.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
every
yeah,
single
yeah.
person doesn't understand.
Yep.
And then every single person on top of that goes, oh, this sounds like something you would consume alcohol with. Why aren't you consuming alcohol with your thing?
Right.
You know.
It's funny. I'm in that ball all the time.
All right, so Eldon is looking around. You can see into a chamber that is... It's dirty with age and then perhaps having these creatures leak all over the place. They look pretty dry right now, but a lot of filth. Surprisingly, there is a basin full of water that looks like it's pouring out of like a relief carving of a dwarven a dwarven bearded man that's sort of making a little spout face. The water's not pouring out of it anymore, but the water in the basin looks really clean.
We will
The
much more
priests and
gracefully
casters.
than Adrian get
Careful.
over the rocks
We
and
need to make
detect
sure there are
magic.
no traps. These vile creatures may have things up their sleeves.
there is magic coming from the basin.
Spellcraft.
Sure.
I concentrate on it. 17.
The
19.
water
sorry.
in the basin's giving off a faint transmutation.
It's not necromancy, just some transmutation. It's probably okay. Or it could turn you into a horrible thing, but it doesn't appear so. I mean, it could turn you into a horrible thing. Those are horrible things. They were in there. Try to sort of...
Do you jest at this time?
Yes. It sort of scooched the way into
Our
the...
fellow, our comrade may have just died, and you jest.
Adrian, are you alright?
He's coughing.
See, he's fine.
Oh my, you're quite injured here, Hadrian. Brave of
Tend
you
to him.
Brave of you to stand in front while everyone stands in behind. You have much faith and dedication. You could hear Icon.
Fi is thinking
Holy
to himself
words of
that he
praise,
has a secret.
Holy words of praise just seem to like tumble out of him, like it's almost so effortless. You're thinking that he's said them so many times or was around that type of talk that it
Doesn't
just
even mean anything. It's like, yeah, how's the weather? It's like, oh, your grace and fight against evil. Fi's got this look on his face that he knows a secret that other people don't know. That's just, he's...
Okay. This door was opened. It pulls
Yep.
open into the interior.
Is there any magic being detected?
Inside, let's see. There are small stone benches. Some of them have been pushed over. Some of them have broken. Perhaps they were affixed to the ground and the ground has shifted. There are some cracks in the room. There is an altar, a simple stone altar, and then anything that was in the room before just seems to be spread around and pushed into the corners, including a lot of detritus from the decaying bodies themselves and slick grime all over the place. There is no magic coming from in the room. The runes, the glowing runes outside, I guess you caught a bit of that. Give me another spellcraft.
Okay. 18.
The only magic coming off of them was evocation, which would describe why they're giving off light. There's no more necromancy in this place. Perhaps the necromancy was spent creating the undead.
Craft alchemy on the water
Sure.
stuff. 31.
You take a sniff. You take a you actually examine a drop of it in your hands. You do a comparison with several things that you have, and you realize that the undead must have not really used the basin very much because there's holy water here.
Ooh.
Are you alright? You sound like you're being defiled.
The basin isn't full, but the water is clean. You figured that you could harvest some vials.
What's wrong?
Check to see if it's evil in there.
Were you urinating?
Check to see if it's evil. You want to start collecting vials
evil?
of holy water?
Okay. So while you're harvesting holy water, Eldon's wandering in and he's detecting evil. There's no more evil in this place. There was, and it was coming off of the bodies, which don't even radiate evil anymore.
Okay. This would be a good place to rest. Must clean it first. However, it is protection. I shall gather the others. Don't you tut-tut-tut me. Hurry up with that urination bowl. I'll get the others and it's my turn next. Strange one-eyed weirdo.
So, with your alchemical gift, you're able to scrape up enough of it and use the minimum amount in each jar or each vial to get 6 vials of holy water. Assuming you have vials. So, I'm assuming your alchemy kit has enough of these things. So,
yes.
Yeah, we'll say you're out of vials.
Oh, I'm out of vials.
Yeah.
Okay. How many vials did I?
6.
6? Because so far that's basically like
a layman would have had
or...
4, but you managed to put the minimum amount to have the proper amount of efficacy, and then you used a sponge to gather up the rest of the water that was at the bottom, and then you pour that into the.
We've got one bomb that might be an iffy bomb. We think it's good. We're pretty certain it's good, but it was one of those.
No, you rolled a 31 with your check. So.
So if anybody needs holy water, I've got a bunch. I hope nobody minds. I'm going to carry it just in case I want to throw it at someone.
All right, Eldon, as the shield is probably still serviceable, although it's really scratched and dented. You're calling everyone over.
Yes.
Both. Is it safe?
Yes. We've vanquished what vile creatures resided in this unholy place.
I'm gonna have to wait out here, says Erixes.
There's space
Erixes
for
by this point used up 3 of his things to get to this point.
I would say,
actually it's only 5 feet. He
now?
could squeeze. He could squeeze.
He can. This one he should be able to squeeze uncomfortably.
Yep. Your dog comes running to you. Bortha seems to get really annoyed when the dog kind of pushes him out of the way to get past him. And Aravashni is, hello?
Oh.
He's alone? No, the dog. Eldon will go get him.
Come here, my friend.
Sorry, I've never been down these tunnels before. Everything is so very new.
Worry yourself not. You are with Eldon Burrows now.
Eldon Burrows. Yes, you're the brave Hin.
Aye. And you're a brave wizard. Come. We have safe sanctuary for now.
And you're sure that this light is not evil? No, the evil's gone.
Ooh, move.
Says Hadrian to Bortha. Very well.
Vi's gonna prepare a detect secret doors.
Okay. This is out of your alchemy.
Yeah, I got an unprepared alchemy slot that I'm gonna put a secret door, detect secret doors in.
Okay, Erixes can't quite navigate all the way around into the room, so he just camps out here. Icon is tending to Hadrian's wounds a little bit. Let me see how many. Are we taking our rest here?
Yes. This is a very defendable place.
Are you a good medic?
Of course I am. Watch as the energy flows from me, as I have basked in the light of a sun.
So you're a healer then? Excellent. I don't understand what you're saying, but good.
So he begins to channel positive energy. He'll do 2 more for 46.
Okay.
He channels 16.
My mixture gives me a bit of a headache.
Healing all of Hadrian's wounds.
You wouldn't happen to have anything for a headache, would you? weakness, fatigue, something of a thumping, pulsing pain.
In the name of Palo, hold still. He raises a hand towards you.
I've got 2 strength damage from...
And a little ray of heavenly fire comes out of his hand, striking you. Are you evil?
No?
Okay. The ray heals good creatures for 1d4 plus 1 for every 2
That's
you
awesome,
possess. So, it's 1d4 plus 1.
What the hell is this? This
It
is
is
awesome.
a heavenly fire ray from his sorcerer celestial bloodline.
That's amazing. It's like an attack healy thing?
That's cool.
There's this ray that comes out of his hand, and it washes over you. Your forehead feels warm for a while. It felt good, but it,
Well, that's very interesting.
he,
Yeah, thank you very much, Icon. You are most divine.
he nods to you and smiles.
I will drink the detect.
And wanders away thinking that his work is done.
Yeah, it's what is...
I would
Rixies.
almost expect this place to still be holy, but alas, it is not.
Drink to detect secret doors and look at the cavern and inside the
Okay.
building and...
So Fi
Just
takes a
take
look
a check.
around, goes inside the building. Yeah, there's a ping coming off from the altar.
Woo! I concentrate on the ping.
Okay. Does it automatically show you where things are?
First round is presence. Second round is the number and location.
Okay, so there's 1, and it's kind of behind the altar on the side where the priest would stand.
Okay, and then on the next round, I concentrate on that one, and it tells me the mechanism or trigger for one of the dealies.
There are 2 stone knobs that you have to push in.
Okay, I'll
For a
push the
dwarf,
knobs.
for a dwarf, it might be hard to extend your arms this wide, but for a lanky elf, it's just like, oh.
Oh.
And you hear like a slight grinding from the stone, and you can see that there is a bit of a shelf that pops out. It only just pops out. You can see a little bit of a crack, enough to put your fingers in and pull.
I will put my fingers in and pull.
Okay, DC 8 strength check.
I will put my fingers in and grunt. I will try again before anybody notices that I'm struggling with. I was looking smug and now I'm struggling. Little help. I can't quite seem to get it.
Is that a little joke? Little person joke? Trying to be funny?
Eldon apparently is really touchy about that.
I need you.
I'm just jesting. I'm just jesting. Just
You seem strong,
stay calm.
knight.
So when
Can you-
he was jesting in that sort of like harsh tone, Kruger had actually come over and started growling at you.
Oh, good doggy.
All right. What seems to be the problem?
Otis
it's
is
stuck.
Otis is finding a spot to kind of lay down a little bit, and Icon's
Do you need help moving something?
Yes, he's struggling with a stuck shelf.
Icon's brushing off the altar.
19.
Okay, the halfling just goes over and just gets his arm in there and steps back.
Well, I guess that's why you're the wizard. Next,
Okay.
I guess why why you're the warrior.
He just looks at you like, it's all about leverage.
There's an old piece of cloth that has been eaten away by moths long ago. Inside the shelf there is a warhammer, a dwarven style warhammer.
Tell me it can be used by small people. Tell me it can be used by small people.
It's dwarven sized.
A dwarven style and size warhammer.
Small dwarven sized warhammer.
If you want to use it, I can use magic to make you bigger.
Fantastic. Detect
In-
evil, Marty.
There's no evil coming from the...
Okay. Carefully sort of rummage. I know those two things don't normally go
There's
hand in hand,
nothing
but I'd like to
vile
carefully
that
rummage.
registers.
Okay, there is a gold ring.
Is it magical? Detect magic?
That is showing off as magic.
Uh,
The ring
I will.
seems thick and long as opposed to like slender. Like it's like as long as like 3 rings together almost. The depth of the ring, I guess it would be.
Yeah.
And then there is a tablet that is carved on what looks like the lower half of a statue's beard, and there's magical writings on the tablet.
If this is not the most dwarfiest dwarf thing you've ever seen, there is a stone beard, maybe a scroll? I used to pull out the magical things, put them on the top of the altar.
The inscriptions on the tablet, somebody has poured in metal into the inscriptions.
Correct that. It is
They
a
pay attention to
stone
detail.
beard carved with metals put in. It is the dwarfiest dwarf thing ever to dwarf in the dwarvish temple.
It's quite metal.
Underground in a cave.
Get that? That's some XP right there.
So I will attempt to. I will. Are we planning on being attacked again? We're sleeping, right?
What's up, Foxfire? We should be resting for the day. I need to replenish and just gather more stones. Oh yeah, start gathering stones. I assume there's some rubble here I could rummage through.
Okay.
If only I were the High Priest of Solaria, I would be able to consecrate this place in the name of Palor. Palor is the god of light, correct? Says Bortha de Girix. Yes, of course, the god of dawn and righteousness.
I don't think they get dawn down here.
Bortha smiles to you like you stole his joke. The smile wasn't like, hey, yeah, you got it. It was like, no, you stole my joke, you bastard, kind of thing.
You broke the punchline, you dick.
Indeed. Is this not
has-
still a temple of evil? No. The paladin said that there was no evil here. I have no reason to think that he is lying.
There is none.
I will use my arcane bond to cast Identify and identify the items in front of me.
Okay. Identify, is that one item?
It's one item per caster level, basically.
Okay, what are you
All three.
identifying?
Well, I will identify the ring and the beardy tablet.
Yep.
I don't.
The old,
And I will
old dwarven-
attempt to identify one of the tokens that fell from this. Oh, and I will one of the spears because I haven't actually looked at them yet.
The old dwarven warhammer is a masterwork ornate warhammer, +1 CMB to sunder things, and the ornate quality is +1 to certain charisma-based checks, applying to dwarves and to traditional dwarven enemies, goblins, orcs, and that sort of thing. So
I think Hadrian. That sounds very Hadrian.
yeah, I'll put it on the sheet of stuff that you've collected so far.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the tablet, will actually give me your spellcraft checks.
Okay. The 33 for the tablet.
Okay, the tablet. The tablet contains the inscriptions on how to ask your god for a very dwarvish spell. It's called Ironbeard.
Oh, cool.
This is really neat. Icon is clean shaven as fuck, isn't he?
It is a cleric, paladin, ranger, anti-paladin, and magus spell.
This is
Basically, this is the research for that spell.
This is dwarvish spell knowledge. This is really cool. I have absolutely no use for it, but it's still really cool.
The spell causes a brushy beard of stiff iron to erupt from the face of the willing target. The iron beard grants +1 AC that stacks with all other sources. It's an armor bonus.
No, never mind. I do have a use for this, and it's really cool.
The armor beard may also be used as equivalent to a cold iron armor spikes.
Nice.
And then the iron beard makes it difficult to speak, so any spellcasting has a verbal component of 20% spell failure.
You have a use for this. It's very cool for you. That's awesome.
Minute per level, and it's creature touch, not personal.
It's creature touched?
Yeah.
Never mind, I can use this. It's not any of the classes I have, but it's still really cool. All right, that's awesome.
Yep. So for those at home, want to
treasure spell.
D20 PFSLE almost exclusively. Originally created for dwarves, but apparently they wrote down the secrets, and if you're...
Find their secrets.
Yeah.
The important part is it sprouts. It's like a beard is conjured. You don't need a beard.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
The ring, however, give me a roll.
All right. 26.
Is a dwarvish beard ring.
Well, that's unfortunate.
That you need a beard for, but it allows you to wear the ring on your beard and still receive benefit from the 2 other rings that you might be wearing on your magic rings there in your hands.
Fi is just sort of like, wonder if I drink it. I could probably like make Rogaine for my face.
The ring is a ring of protection +1.
Alexis! You wouldn't happen to have a beard hiding under that helmet, do you?
There's no
Do
answer.
you trim your facial hair?
Yes.
Stop! And then one of the long spears.
My commune prefers a clean-shaven face, says Icon.
Well, that's unfortunate. This is a beard ring. A ring that goes in the beard. More dwarf stuff found underground in the dwarvish temple in the stone altar beside the dwarvy spell.
Are you
on
sure
the tablet.
Are you sure that none of those things are cursed? Says Bortha de Gurix.
I can guarantee there's a high probability within this continuum that they are not cursed. Of course, there's no guarantees.
He doesn't like your answer.
I don't think so.
Hadrian says, Bortha's got a right to be concerned. One of the old Crusader wisdoms is that anything found in the world wound should not be even touched, let alone brought back. We are not in the world wound, however.
That's a good point. The other good point is the Crusades weren't all that terribly effective. So perhaps the old wisdom of the Crusades might be, you know.
Okay? So you just pissed off Hadrian,
Half the room.
Bortha de Gurix. Eldon's outside. He's collecting stones. Give me 3d4, Eldon, as you're looking for good sling stones.
You're muted, Ahmed.
Sorry, I was hoping to get more because there's a lot of stones everywhere, man.
Yeah, you need to find. These are things without actually crafting that you're able to. Look at that.
Son of a
1.
Get a hammer, give it to a Rexes, tell him to make small stones.
You shouldn't tell Modron that you're hoping anything before you roll. He's really
I
cruel.
know. I should maybe put a point and craft some of this crap.
So you're like picking up rocks and throwing them away, and picking up rocks and throwing them away,
Yeah.
and sticking the
I'll
ones
add
that you
3.
want.
I took 20
more
sling bullets
spell
out
magic.
of the dog, off the dog.
Okay. Yeah, the dog was carrying some.
One of the
Yeah,
magic
I-
spears from the demons.
Yeah, the magic spears from the demons are just simple +1s.
Oh,
Masterwork bullets are
33. Is it
30
a first
gold.
T +1?
No, yeah, you don't.
They're
You don't
+1 acid immune.
acid immune. Yeah, yeah.
And those appear just to be kind of enchanted spears that don't get melted by acid.
Fascinating,
You-
says Icon, who clearly was not fascinated by it, as he's spreading out his bedroll on the altar.
Yeah, alright, sure, whatever.
Actually, he doesn't have a bedroll. He's spreading out his cloak on the altar, and he's sitting up on it. And now he's
Aren't you worried about being sacrificed?
No. Should I be?
It's an altar.
Yes, it is, and I was born upon one.
Sounds uncomfortable.
He stretches out and
Your poor mother.
no, she was most revered, and showered with much affection in the years coming up to my birth.
Being showered with affection is kind of how, babies.
Marty, I'm sharing one of my day rations with Arixes.
He's not quite getting you, but doesn't seem to really care about your skepticism. You're sharing one of your rations with Arixes?
Yeah.
Let me just see if he's got craft weapons.
We are. I am more friends with him than anybody else here.
He's got craft weapons. What are you looking for? More stones?
Right. I'm looking for ones that resemble something like this. They've got to be smooth on all sides. Otherwise, they fly all different, and I can't get the eye.
Okay, he spends some time picking away at the stones. He's not going to be able to create a lot of them, but he'll create some by morning. He takes your food and eats it.
Appreciate it, thanks.
He had a little bit of trail rations. He hasn't shared it with anyone yet. Are you injured?
That's fine.
No, you're fine. Okay.
I'm good, yeah.
Is this place dedicated to your god?
No. No. It was dedicated to something evil. Not anymore. He kicks one of the skulls.
I'll wait out here.
So will I. I'm gonna be over on this side. Anything that comes in, we'll just get it right in the middle. Doop.
Okay, Rixes is going to lean his bow against the wall along with a quiver of arrows.
Kruger's gonna come out as well with me.
I feel I might have. Figured you would understand. That's all right, though.
Icon's going to sleep without having any discussion about a watch. He's lying back on the altar. Aravashnil's just sitting quietly.
Fi's going to 5-foot step over and start mimicking some sort of profane. He's got his hands in the air. He's not saying anything, and then he pulls out a.
You're very funny. You know that. But one should not take matters of faith as a joking thing, unless, of course, it's a jovial religion. Then it's expected.
If it's not fun, why would you do it? Our
Such line of
vast-
thinking is the line of thinking that leads to corruption, my friend. One must be dedicated to their god, to their religion, to their path. To deny it is to deny the sanctity of your own flesh, and to risk damnation of your soul.
Okay. Night night.
Does anyone have any food?
Says this.
Icon. He's kind
Icon.
of lounging on the altar.
We also need water. I
My
have
stomach
some.
is sure rumble, says Otis.
We have.
I don't know what the pains what pains me more, the leg or my stomach.
I can hear
Yeah,
you
so-
eating the preserved rations out there. We should be eating the fresh stuff.
Give him a break. He's a lot bigger than all of us are.
I told
We've
you,
got-
I'm
we've
not
got
eating. I'm not eating those bugs and that filth.
We also
Bortho-
have snake.
Bortho gets I'm gonna hand. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna hand Bortho a ration. It's gonna run out. You're gonna have to sub.
Okay.
You're gonna have to.
Like a
You're gonna
day's
have
worth
to
of trails rations.
Yeah, I already gave him one though.
Sure, he'll take
I already gave
another.
him. I already gave. Okay. Conserve it as long as you can. I do not have many left.
Who is going to be the cook? I will be the cook.
Can anyone?
Vashniel
Can
is
anyone?
like,
Can anyone prepare water?
this is something that I can help out with. At least
Please.
we will not go thirsty, says Icon.
Just put it in the pot.
But first, I must ask us to gather round in prayer. But given that some of us are more concerned with fun than anything else, perhaps we can start with something simple, something bonding, something fun. I'm sure
Icon.
we all know the words.
Icon.
Oh,
Water.
oh no! Oh no! Oh, is this this thing?
Marty.
Solaria, Pelor, Solaria. Solaria, Pelor, Solaria.
Solaria, Pelos,
Solaria.
Solaria.
Oh, Pelor, Solaria.
We're really not in tune, but
And even the dog knows that salvation is at hand. Then he starts creating water, whether you're picking it up or not. He's just
oh yeah, I've got it at the alchemist cook pot.
So Kruger has a little thing under his neck. I'm filling that up with water.
okay. Everyone,
It's in the
everyone
picture.
who's
That means
got,
I've got it.
Everyone's who's got
Water skins and
water
things.
skins. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna fill up water skins. I'm gonna give Otis also a day's ration.
Okay.
Keep this with you.
Thank you. He says quietly in halfling to you.
He's not injured. He's just sorry. He's not damage injured. He's just broken leg, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Sure. He doesn't have hit point damage, but his legs fucked.
Yes. Fuck. All right.
Uh,
There's nothing I can do for you. I apologize. Just
Us hinfolk have to stick together, he says in halfling.
yeah. Take this food.
is there a place for a cook fire inside this, or is it outside?
I wouldn't cook in here.
Give me an all
Actually-
architecture engineering perception check.
18.
Yeah, they've got the proper fires can burn in here. You do find a small sensor that you could turn into a cook fire.
Okay.
Survival check to start a fire. Basically, gather up enough stuff to cook a fire with.
11.
Broken bits of that ratty bedroll plus bits of bone that are not obviously been necromantically corrupted. You're able to start a small fire.
Okay.
It's cool.
Can I use craft alchemy to try to cook this stuff?
Sure.
Pum Rider 1, welcome to the game. Foxfire and Kenny, sup fellas?
24.
Yeah, it's not necessarily cooked for taste. It's cooked for, is it potable or drinkable or eatable or...
we'll throw a little prestidigitation on top.
Yeah.
What were
Keep
you cooking?
cleaning.
You were cooking the snake?
I'm going to cook some bug and some snake.
Okay. Yeah,
We've got bug and snake.
Icon will eat the snake.
Yeah. Eldon will also eat.
The
Kruger
dogs.
doesn't care if it's cooked or not.
The dog is salivating.
Okay.
It's the big dog.
The Bortha tries the snake. He suggests that you give the dog the bug. Give the dog and the centaur the insect.
Kruger does not mind what he eats.
There's
Rixie's will
an
eat as good as
implication
we
that
will.
the centaur is no better than a dog, or that they're both dirty.
Fi will share the bug with the dog, and will give his share of snake to the centaur.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm picking up whatever his share is, and I'm bringing it to him.
All right.
I'll have the cricket. I'll have the giant cricket. Haven't had it before.
The Rixie's.
It's
It's a
greasy
snake.
and weird, and it's been cooked almost like in a mixture of heat and acid from the alchemical cooking.
I must
And then
say,
it's got this flowery potpourri taste to it because of the
yep,
prestidigitation.
just chapoof.
Aravashniel eats whatever is given to him in small bits.
We'll give him a little bit of each, I guess. Perhaps tomorrow we'll find something. We'll be attacked by a wild boar.
Marty, how developed is the culture that Eldon comes from? I.e., does it have something called Braille?
No.
They have Braille here?
No.
Okay.
So, once the meal has sort of done the mealing,
What are your ranks in linguistics? And what's your int?
1 and 0.
Okay, so no, you have no concept of Braille.
So basically, I was just gonna. Can't suggest anything, but I will be saying things like, Aravash. Is that correct? Is that your name?
Aravashniel.
Aravashniel. My
One second.
apologies.
Aravash,
Fall
if it
really-
was easier for you.
No, Aravashniel. I respect your name. You did very well with the fight. Thank you. You kept us from dying. I just want to say that
I've never actually faced a demon before.
You successfully faced 2. Thank you.
Okay, he sits awkwardly and just listens to you. He nods.
I don't know many casters, but I've seen many warriors who've returned with an ailment. They've fought through it and continued to fight.
The problem is, I need my eyes to cast my spells. I am useless.
I've heard that many a times. Later been saved and fought alongside the same ones. And to be proud to say so. They're more vicious than they were before. You'll be a greater wizard. You'll find a way. You're intelligent. You have your pointy ears. You will be able to get through. Not everyone can be a wizard. Use your intelligence and find a way. Speak with the others. They shall be able to help you. Until then, my staff and slings are yours.
Thank you, I think. Says Aravashniel. He seems frustrated.
Yeah, so basically, just like he's trying to keep the morale high. Nobody panic. He's trying to keep the morale high for the group.
Got
Whereas
it.
they're trying to. So the guy who's kind of down is trying to bring him up as much as possible. He's like, we'll be out.
Icon says
Be
some
outside.
prayers and then curls up onto the altar. Eravashnil slowly, he gives it a think and then slowly falls asleep. Otis Wittershins is kind of lying down going, ow, ow, ow.
So he tells Kruger to go and sit beside Otis so that he has at least something comfortable to sleep on. You know what I mean?
Shouldn't the dog be out guarding us? Dogs typically are guards.
No need. Arixies and I will stand watch, but we'll need a third at some point.
May, I know you're good. Leia's bad. You're good. Brr.
Bring those 2 dogs over here. We could use that backup.
Okay,
What is it, German Shepherd? It's a +2 attack.
Bortha thinks you're doing it wrong, but
Yeah. Initially, he had Kruger with him, but then he wants to comfort Otis as well.
Hadrian, you seem like a capable fellow. Do you want to be the third?
I can take a watch.
There's a brave man.
Knight
Marty.
Inquisitor is what he says.
Marty, can I do a tracking
closes
just in
this
the
door.
area?
Kind of sealing you in, and you hear the other door closing.
That's a lot of doors if there's a problem.
Marty, can I just do tracking just out here to see if there was much traffic at all?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
It seems like a large horse. And
Yeah. Other than us,
five,
it's
people and a
6
dog.
humans, maybe a wolf.
And some shuffling thing.
One of them had a broken leg. It looks like.
No! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, 1d20 plus not that much, but it's what I got. Nope.
Nah, it's too disturbed from you and your
It's
companions.
too much. Hopefully nothing.
A lot of
nothing
lot
visits
of
here.
fly droppings.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'll go back to that corner and wait it out.
Are you guys staying up the entire night?
I'm gonna stay up. I'm gonna sleep, and I'll let Arixies wake me when you wake me when you want to take a bit of a rest.
Okay, so the three of you set up a watch. Hadrian suggests the person sleeping should sleep in this little alcove. What's the order?
Rex thinks it's not.
Well, I'm sleeping here.
Arixies, whatever. He'll just sleep.
I'm gonna stealth and hide in here. Okay.
Okay.
I'll give you a stealth check.
All right. Who's on watch first?
I asked Arixies to do it.
Okay, he takes first watch. Who's on second?
I'll take it. Do you want me to give you a stealth check, Marty?
Sure.
26.
All right, so you wiggle your way in there. Yeah, you got this little barricade.
Jacobius, welcome!
When you go to wake up Hadrian, Hadrian is in a cold, cold sweat.
Okay. Friend, wake up. Wake up.
he
Start smacking him with a stick.
1d3 dex damage and 1d3 strength damage. So dex 2 damage, strength 1.
That won't impact the two-weapon melee fighter.
And then
Crap.
fort save that morning. It's plus 7.
Adrian.
This one is
Rolls
injured.
a 12.
He's still injured. That's gotta be. That's
Friends,
Okay, so
Fine.
yeah, it was his turn for watch. Everyone in this room is sleeping except for Fi, although he's resting.
Fi does sleep.
Oh, he sleeps? Okay, he's a
Yeah,
weird elf.
Fi is a dwarf or an elf that sleeps.
Eravashniel is awake, but he's just sitting there, and you notice that he's got his... He actually didn't have his spellbook. He's got a bunch of equipment all kind of lined up in front of him, like in this really sort of organized way, and he's kind of feeling his way around through his stuff.
Yeah.
So you had gone, and Hadrian is like...
Just fucked.
Well, you haven't woken him, but he's in a really deep sleep.
Okay.
He's having night chills, or whatever the hell you call it.
The opening of the stone door didn't awake him.
I try to wake him. You're sick.
Yeah, I feel awful. Oh, my joints. Oh.
All right, stay. I'll help drag him into this room.
Oh, he's able to get up.
Okay, you're in no shape to fight.
I can manage.
He says you can almost smell the horrible sweat coming off of him. His breath really stinks this morning.
I don't know. He covers his mouth like, wait, I'm immune to disease.
Then he says Nidoram and tries to squeeze. No, I'm kidding.
Anyways.
It's because he doesn't take his breastplate off like a jerk butt. We would have known if he would have tried to sleep in his armor.
No, he probably took his armor off.
He's got endurance.
Oh, he has endurance? Okay, so he's in his armor still then. Never mind.
It's because that one that broke its claws off in the breastplate.
Yep.
Fi, Eldon, one of you wake up.
Ravashniel, do you know of anything that's... Hadrian, he's sweating and he's tired, his breath stinks. I'm trying to relay, like, the symptoms to him.
I do not
His breath always stinks.
I do not think that Fi is feeling very well. He seems to have gone into a deep slumber. Says Eravashniel.
What's with this place? Is this place cursed?
No,
Did someone say curse? Says Icon as he is in bed.
No, I've actually... Don't worry about that. I've done that since I was small.
Oh, you're fine. Okay, good. I'm worried about Hadrian. I need to get outside. We need someone else to take watch.
Well, what
But
is
I'll do
wrong
it
with
for
him?
now.
I healed all of his wounds yesterday.
Take a look. It might be this place or some. Did the creature touch you? Maybe that had something to do with it.
I got clawed here.
Maybe it's infected.
It looks bad. I don't know.
Oh yes, that's right. Filth, says Icon.
They're really dirty things, those Vorn.
Yes.
Horrible little undead casters.
We don't have to worry about disease on Solaria.
Well, right now we seem to have to worry about it. Do you have anything that you can do to help him?
There are all sorts of diseases that affect beings from all sorts of planes. You can give a Baelor disease if you...
Not on Solaria. Pelor's grace is divine, is what he says.
Huh.
Fantastic. We're not there now. We're here.
He's not telling you everything.
Yeah. We don't have to worry about disease now. We've been swallowed by the sun.
He's now looking at Hadrian and will.
Aravashniel.
He takes out this little ornate healer's kit and clicks it open. He's going to try to identify the disease.
You wouldn't happen to have any thunder root in there, would you?
Has Hadrian showed up?
Is it John?
Look at the size of my elf here.
When does the paladin get the
Which one?
not the channel, the lay on hands?
Early?